We're getting peppered right now, though.
Another chance for Batherson, doesn't get through. And Tavares
Get it out. Get it out.
To the line and just kept in by Jensen. Leafs on their heels here as Tavares looks up ice. That backhand does bounce the Leaf way to McMahon, who is finally able to get the change the Leafs needed. Toronto backed up in their own zone for 48 seconds. A lot of pressure. Marner digging after it, but Zoot comes across.
Another win here would be huge. Knock on wood, it'd be huge.
Up ahead it goes for Greg.
Oh yeah.
Knocked off the puck on a short play by Eston Larson. Nice sends it in. Back is Sanderson. Jake Sanderson for Amadio. He'll look ahead, knocks off Zoot, and it's icing against the Senators.
Oh boy, time to just take a breath. You got some end-to-end, the puck battles all over the ice, and then driving deep, little drop pass to Mitch Marner. There's the rebound right on the doorstep. Matthews gets taken into the net there by Shabbat. You know, at the last second, they're kind of lost his balance. Shabbat gets boxed into the inside, and the rebound was
Chips and goals.
a close call. And
Good evening, Jenny. Good evening. How you doing?
on either side, just so dangerous.
How you doing?
See 2 goals is
Come on now.
own skates.
Domi, another offensive zone face-off. Nylander back out there once again with Max Domi and McMahon. In behind the net, taken away by Sanderson.
Candace, I am, yeah. I am indeed. That was unintentional, but we're going to pretend like we meant to do that.
Into the Senators bench. Morgan Riley ahead. Nylander tied up there by Kachuk. Winslow works it back and now
Welcome home, thank you. Feels good to be back. Fun time, but always feels good to be back home, you know? Moe's? Oh yeah, Moe's was good, you know, like, I did get to try Moe's yesterday, and it was really good. It was really good. Was it better than Chipotle? I don't know, but it was very close. Alright, it was very close. And I feel like the portion size that you get at Moe's, though, is better. I feel like you get more bang for your buck at Moe's. But
Chris Rogers is Canada's home of hockey, and Rogers customers have a chance to win from hundreds of box shells to enter. For Canadians, this isn't just a game, it's our game. Senators without a shot on goal for 13 and a half minutes now. And without one here in the third period. On a set play, they bring Ridley Gregg down the ice. And
Casey Rose are the same color.
Goes over the top on Gregg, and they continue to wrestle. A pile up behind the Leaf net. Matthews trying to take it out of the skates of Bedloff, and a centering pass.
oh yeah, here we go, breakout now.
Back 2-on-2 with Marner, he'll flip it in. Shabbat able to ward him off. Shabbat up the boards, knocked out.
The announcer said Canada, and we got the election banner.
Yeah, it was.
What, it wasn't there until it was said?
Big hit by Lawrence on Centerland. I've got a response from the crowd here.
That's crazy.
Lawrence plays it back inside.
So Chipotle is better? I don't know. I still think Chipotle is better. A little bit. But I mean, maybe it's just because I'm a Chipotle snob, you know. But I don't know. I think you do get more bang for your buck, though, with Moe's.
We're going at it here in this edition of the Battle of Ontario.
Okay, one sec. We'll be right back.
You could win a trip for
Un
two to
momento.
the Stanley Cup Final. Enter now.
When pain shows up, Tylenol is on your team. It's like Nathan McKinnon having your back, even when your back doesn't have your back. Tylenol Extra Strength, your pain relief MVP.
Introducing Rogers Xfinity with internet that handles it all.
Awesome. I'll be right back.
Built for more devices.
Okay.
What if I crashed through the window?
That's genius. Let's do that.
Excellent.
Let the art come from within.
From within.
So Keanu can do everything.
You're so done, bro.
Well, almost
Why
everything.
don't you stick to acting, Uncle Keanu?
Let's go.
Rogers Xfinity is here on Canada's most reliable internet.
Maple Leafs got a big start tonight, a 2-0 lead in the first period. Ottawa fighting back. They need a push here in the third, but haven't had a shot on goal in the third period.
You know, that's how playoffs are so different. You look early on in this building, a 2-0 lead in the first 8.5 minutes, 2 goals on 4 shots for the Maple Leafs. Look like, oh, this is going to be another offensive blowout, a 6-2 game 1. Well, these are the moments in a series for the Senators, to their credit. They bent early on, but they didn't break. And now, if you're the Leafs, you go, can you stay offensive-minded? Can you spend some time in the Ottawa zone? And because you know right now it's the Senators that will be bringing their defense up whenever they get a chance. And you know the battle, Chris, for the interior of the front of the net will be going on in front of Anthony Stolarz, as Ottawa's got to try to get some traffic and throw anything they can to the front of the net.
Has been the style of game the Maple Leafs have been comfortable in this year. We've seen them efficiently protect 1-goal third period leads.
Yeah, you know, that has been sort of the mindset and the change for Craig Berube, wasn't it? It's be calm in these kind of emotional games. Can you bring a 1-goal lead to the end? Can you defend? I think the one thing you've seen it's been difficult for Ottawa is defending the middle of the ice. The Leafs have done it very well, and it is hard to get those second and third chances that so often you're able to score.
And while the ice is getting
What's up,
prepared
little guy?
in the Ottawa zone, it's a quick pit stop for Anthony Stolarz, who
Got both blades changed. That is a pit stop. You wonder what, you know, he had the commercial break and he didn't think of doing that. And
Little
maybe
baby.
it was top of mind. That's how much the game has changed. Oh, from my day, you would have had to take the pads
Little
off,
T.
take your skates off. Anthony Stolarz, you know, it really has been the story. Here's the scrambles early on, then with that 2-0 lead, a couple of rebounds again, he's been able to fight for. The one thing that's been so noticeable though, is just his calmness in the net. He's calm when there's chaos in front of him. He's also aggressive when he's needed to be. Sometimes he'll come out and challenge you with that 6-6.
All right, 7:40 left. 7:40 left to go in the game. Bianca, hello there.
And he is again
Stolarz is the man.
been a factor in
I love
this
him.
game.
I love him.
like they got that ice fixed up.
On the other end, for Allmark, you know, it looked like, oh no, here we go again. With 2 goals in the first 4 shots, is this going to be a difficult night for him? Now, he hasn't, in that second
Fur babies, yeah.
wasn't very busy, but now you just got to
Yeah.
have the mindset for your teammates.
I missed him too.
Okay, guys, get me 2. And
Cute little
I'm gonna
fuckers.
shut the door. Well, he's been able to keep it at 2.
I don't know where
so
Ivy
far,
is right now.
has given
Ma?
the Ottawa Senators a chance.
No, I think they went upstairs.
And ready to go. Pinto against Tavares. With under 8 left in the third period. Ottawa fires it down in behind the Leaf net. Stolarz, if he played that break.
Who else has got the game on right now?
Yeah, I think it even surprised Greg, didn't it? That might have been the one they could have picked off.
Here's Anderson ahead. That's stopped up at the line and I think off
Glory.
Carlo into the Leaf pit.
So I mentioned earlier, Stolarz is good at handling the puck. He's done it a few times
Caribou?
really effectively. He takes a quick
Fuck
little
yeah.
peek, feels the pressure from behind, and yeah, just a little late was Greg to maybe get the
Got
goal
me
off
on.
the stick earlier. He might have
Watching
been
the
able to knock
Dodgers.
that one down.
How's the Dodgers game going? Is it still preseason right now, or has the season started? Oh wait, no, it started, right?
Don't usually see for him.
No, not at all.
Winning 10-7.
Matthews on this draw against Stutzla. Now Kachekian. Matthews wins another faceoff. He has been dominant in that category tonight. But
Fucking icing again, Judas Priest.
Tanev's arguing a little bit. He thought it maybe hit a body. His reaction right away, we're getting a quick discussion, and it is going to be at center ice.
Okay, nice.
You don't often see the defender. He's got his eyes on it the whole time. The one draw trying to get it out there. So
Montreal wanted that call.
yes, did they ever? And unfortunately, that didn't go well, did it?
And that kind of underscores the importance of calls like that. Washington ends up scoring on a offensive zone faceoff in overtime, but when icing wasn't called,
Fuck.
it was called.
Can't get anything cooking here.
Offside that's called. That's the Toronto line under 7 left in the third.
You know, what's really been interesting to watch in
Catching
these
up in
two
shots,
games
though,
so
at
far
least.
is just the back end. There's so much made
Holding
of
them
the
off.
impact of Tanev and McCabe and the sort of comfort zone for Mike Van Ryn to throw them out against the top lines each and every time, which you're seeing the change here. But it's been a 6-man unit so far in this series. They've been not afraid to have any of the pairings go up against
Still 2-1, yeah.
And that's something that
2-1,
for the Leafs
7 minutes to play.
that just wasn't so.
Stutzla against Matthews, winger win by Marner, so Matthews 15-3
B, hello.
on the dot
Hello
in the
there.
game. As he swings it in, Marner after it against Sanderson, rolled past them, and Brady Tkachuk, who
I gotta go pick up this couch and take it to the dump in the morning.
Now McCabe, wide.
Just a little couch though.
Matthews, but off him denied.
Quick $100 bucks. No problem.
Nice, gets it deep. Here's Sanderson. Off the boards to the lead line. In deep by Stutzla. Brandon Carlo.
Don't
Around for
run.
Lorentz. Here's Stephen Lorentz. Diagonal shoot in looking for Lawton. Played away by Jensen. Lorentz to the line for Carlo. Back in the corner, Lorentz. And that pass from Lawton slides all the way back into the lead.
Find your lucky tea, yeah. The lucky orange tea.
Once again, as it's sent out
The
to
margarita tea.
Shabbat. That hits the skate of Yarncrook, who heads off. Jensen. Up off Batherson. And Robertson starts the other way. He'll send it inside the line. Ottawa up with it. Here comes David Perron. Playing it around, and Ekman Larson there for Benoit. Around for Robertson off his stick to center. That Paolo dumps it back in. Got that, tags up.
A quick double shift for Stutzla there too. And he had just gone off and he's right back on looking at this matchup.
And Paolo
No, come on.
Tim Stutzla on, and Ottawa has tied it.
When you look
Fuck.
at the bench right now, you know, there's on the road you can't make those
Johnny
kind of
boy,
changes.
yeah.
There's a long shift with Stutzla.
Yes, sir.
Lineup. You've got this line of
Yes, sir,
Romeo
yes,
and
sir.
the one line that for Craig Berube he's unsure of. And here's just a reverse to nobody. A little miscommunication. Domi can't get there. McMahon can. And there's Gaudette getting position there.
Fucking
Now
tit.
Ekman Larson. Stutzla gets it back to the point. The quick release and the tip up and over the shoulder of Anthony Stolarz.
Oh,
Again, being on the road as a coach, you don't have the luxury of the last change. You have to.
That's
do
so
it in the
unfortunate.
game, and he does so here.
so unfortunate.
First shot of the period for the Senators, and the Gaudette deflection has equalized, and
It's
that's
fine.
Adam Gaudette's first
It's fine.
playoff goal.
You know, and for a feeling for a coach, Craig Berube is a great matcher, and he knows the importance of that. I think they want a little time here to see. It definitely wasn't goaltender interference, so they're looking at an offside to try to take a little bit more time to decide. Mark Savard has got his head buried looking at the monitor below.
And you know, if you follow the Leafs, the success rate
Yeah,
of
it's been really
video
good.
guys in this situation. Does everybody clear the zone is the question. As we keep it going, and
Oh yeah, that looks to be awfully close, but
not making contact with the blue.
synchronized.
Yeah, they are.
The blue line there was awfully close.
They are
to the
playing
fact that
decent.
He needed the timeout.
And you need to be
It's a way different game compared to the first game. Way different game. Hello there.
And it looks like no challenge game tied.
Hello there.
With just over 5 minutes to go. It's Gaudette from Clubman.
They had like 3 shots. That was their first shot this period.
Leafs had a 2-0 lead.
And they fucking
Ottawa
scored.
fought back.
It was a good tip though, to be fair. That was a good tip.
It's not going to be enough for icing. And
Right over the shoulder, top corner.
knocked down by Amadio.
I drove for like 2 hours on the way home, but that was it. Pops was feeling pretty good.
Now Stutzla. That's deflected in front.
He doesn't really like to chill.
And that's going to be icing Toronto.
Which was fine. I got some sleep at the start. I didn't really sleep much on the way back. The way home always feels way quicker though. It feels way quicker. Like it didn't feel like the 10, just under 11-hour drive that it was. Plus we stopped for lunch and stuff too, so we made a bit more stops than what we did on the way up. We stopped at the one
And off the draw.
observation deck
Around Nylander.
in West Virginia. That one fucking bridge that's absolutely massive.
Stutzla. That shot blocked. Another chance.
We stopped at that.
Wide of the net, Brady. Kachuk battles Giroux. Is that what it?
And then for lunch and then just for gas. That was it. It actually was pretty good for gas. Like I only went through a tank and just over a tank of gas it took to get there. And then just like the same back obviously, but it's pretty good. Pretty good.
Almost next goal wins time. Wise plays it back for McCabe.
Yeah, exactly. West Virginia talking about having an accent. We didn't really hear anybody talk to hear it. The mountains there, like that drive it was a nice drive. It was a really nice drive.
Zoo moves it behind the net for Pinto. Checked by McCabe.
Fuck, they're just getting.
Anderson up again.
It's been in Toronto's end for.
Side for Zoo.
It feels like the last half of the period.
Riley off his stick, and now McCabe will take over. Up for Nyes. Over the line with Matthews driving the lane. It's a cross.
Come on. Oh.
Mark down. As that pass keep back, and I think we have surprised Nyes. Matthews line cuts close. Matthews again unable to get it to Marner, and it's scooped away. And
Come on, that's delay a game. He flicked that out.
It isn't.
Yeah, that puck went straight out. You're gonna have
He flicked it right out.
Here in front. You talk about desperation plays all over.
Flicked it right out.
Along the boards in front of the net. And some exhausted bodies.
Yeah, everyone's feeling good, Joe.
Detailed discussion.
Everyone's
To me,
feeling
this
good.
one Straight out.
Every lead playing referee at the end of that play with their arms in the air to signal it.
Fuck.
But
A power play here would be huge.
for Allmark there on a nice give and go between Nyes and Marner, right in on the doorstep and able to go.
No? That's
Here's the play. Right along the boards. Good boy. I think the end call for them is that it did hit off the glass after the discussion. You could see tapping it there. Disaster averted. How about Allmark here
Shit.
on the doorstep?
It did hit the
Goal.
glass.
Marner back to Nyes. Stick able to make the play.
That's unfortunate. I was really hoping for a power play there.
Sometimes it pays to be a bad fan. Every game is your game. We bet with Sports Interaction.
It's only game 2 and I'm already freaking out. Glad KK got to Duke. Yeah, KK got to see the Duke campus too, so that was cool. It was so nice. That campus is gorgeous. Gorgeous.
News happens. Is he really in it for you? From around your neighborhood to around the world, City News has it covered 24/7.
That was one of the toughest golf courses I've played too. Those greens were so well protected, it was fucked.
Mitch Marner,
Fucked.
welcome to the 15-second paint challenge. We look the part.
It ate me up.
Can we
I
paint?
shot like a
Our
96
first subject is
or 97, one of the two, I forgot.
go. Yeah. You ready, Doug?
It ate me up.
I did a goal.
I had some good shots though. Some good shots, some bad shots.
That's okay, that is a hockey stick. That's a little hockey
Just
stick.
tough.
Yeah, you can't count
Just
that last
tough.
thing you did. You can't count because that was on. That was on.
Beat Pops though,
I'm
so
losing.
walked away with a
Delivery
win
of the
there.
game brought to you by Instacart, the winning way to get groceries delivered. Brady Kachuk
My
said
kids said
before
they
the game,
felt
we
smart
have to
when we
enjoy
visited
these
it.
moments. Down 2-0 in the second.
It's true, like you just, when you're on the campus, like you just kind of feel like
That Adam Gaudette, who was placed on waivers
Pretentious.
back during the preseason, signed in Toronto because of his history
Smart.
with Travis Green in Vancouver. His first career playoff goal, he delivers there as well, and we're tied at 2.
it was cool.
With under
Neither got
3
in.
to go in regulation time. Leaves the two centers on the ice, Domi and Tavares.
I like this for Craig Berube though. You mentioned Domi, okay, he was on for the goal against. You get an offensive zone face-off, try to get him an opportunity to get one back. You know, offensively, he can probably do more than Holmberg. And now you're looking for a goal, not trying to defend.
Off the draw, Ridley Craig on that far side for Ottawa, striding out through center. Sends it down in the lead zone, 8-2 the shots. Here in the third period for Toronto. But the Senators with a big goal to get even. Trying to get even in the series, but here's Nylander.
Ooh, Willie.
Great pad stopped by Omar. Giroux collects the rebound. Pounded there by Tavares. Out at center, it's Kachuk. Across for Stutzla. Turns on a dime there, gets it back across for Kachuk. Bodied by Tanev. Domi up the boards, but onto the stick, and Stutzla. Jensen shooting, and the rebound. Stutzla got handcuffed and unable to cash. Comes back to Shabbat. Jensen again.
I like this.
And that pass got past Stutzla. Jake McCabe up the boards. Jensen seals the boards, keeps them alive for Ottawa. And now Tavares able to work it to the line and out. Here's Greg Batherson in, 90 seconds to go. It'll be Dylan Cousins.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
And a beauty.
What a save. What a save.
Oh man, what a finish here. You got chances at both ends and goaltenders.
Oh man.
Tied at 2, you know the next one's going to be big. A little give and go in the middle. Nylander, who's been all around the ice tonight, got a quick shot going back against the grain. And then Cousins coming right off the bench, gets that quick wrister. Again,
How much
look at how
time?
aggressively outstayed
I think under a minute and a half.
2 feet outside the blue paint.
Yeah, about a minute and a half.
Quick glove save.
Matthews against Cousins, and it's Cousins who won that draw. Shot went wide. Centerland hits along the boards by Benoit. Ekman Larson ahead for Marner. And away goes Matthews with Nyes. 2-on-2. Crisscrossing in the zones and firing that wide. Benoit steps up into the corner for Nyes. Ripped along the boards by Shabbat. And out comes Sanderson with Batherson. Drake Batherson cutting in. Off the side of the net. Around it goes Nyes trying to catch up to it.
Oh.
He works it past Zoom.
Oh, I thought that angle looked different.
Nyes in front. Matthews. And it's blocked in front. Big
That was so close. That was a play. Come on.
chance there for
30 seconds left.
That's the biggest defensive play of the game. They have a stretch where nothing's going on offensively. Now you got end-to-end action.
Blocking off the boards. Lawrence trying to catch up to that. Stayed just inside the line, but now out. And Greg stride for stride with Tanev here. 9 seconds of the third period. Team around Pinto. Trying to set up one last shot. It's not going to happen. Locked out. And we will go to overtime in game 2.
Overtime.
Battle of Ontario.
Boy, just all kinds of efforts here to try to end this before overtime. Batherson with the curl and drag gets the skate in the way of the stick of Benoit. Still gets the shot away short side, just a little bit off. And a good spin move by Matthew Nyes, controls it to the front, little drop back, and Yarncroke with the chance, but it's Zoom who makes the block in front.
It will be the 6th time in Battle of Ontario history that a game will go to sudden death overtime. Leafs have won 4. The Senators have won 1. Who's going to be there?
Tell him to come over here.
Why?
It's time now.
Do you want that smoke?
Love glitter? Try having it literally everywhere.
Hi there.
Waterworks? Nothing's more dramatic than a skin nude. Paparazzi's got nothing on first graders.
Oh.
Oh my god, I can't even say this out loud. You got so many nicknames created.
What name do you call your dog other than
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Dog's name's Dudley, so I just call him like Duds. Snuffleupagus. Her name's Maggie. We call her Stinky a lot.
Stinky?
But she's not stinky, so I don't know why we do that.
Puppa? What am I supposed to call him? I call him like Cutie and stuff. That's
Did Dev make it home?
Snuff. I'm trying to like call Harold.
Well, he went right back on the road. He hasn't been home. But yeah, like everything got fixed on his
I
truck.
don't even call him by his name. I just call him all his nicknames.
He's I talked to him today. He was on his way to Kentucky.
How it just came up. Like we started calling him Snuffleupagus.
Had to head back out to
It's
Kentucky.
just like so fluffy, and it just transitioned, and it's like it never stopped, and now it's completely out of hand, and here I am.
The trucking life.
BetMGM Casino has the most exciting live
Poor guy
TV
hasn't been home in
So when you want the magic of Vegas, you
in
get
over a week.
the magic of Vegas. All the
Got
excitement,
stuck in Virginia.
Vegas with live
Stuck in
dealer
Virginia
action,
for the weekend.
craps, baccarat, and more.
Drove all the way back to
Anytime,
Hamilton
anywhere.
with a load yesterday. And then today had to head back out to Kentucky.
Download BetMGM Casino.
So he hasn't been home in over a week. And he probably won't be home until like Friday or Friday. 2 weeks on the road pretty much. Yeah, he's got a good bed. He bought a good bed when he got the truck, so he said it was alright. The only thing he said he wished he had was like his laptop so like he could play some games and stuff, but he's got a TV and stuff in there, so he can connect his phone to the TV and watch.
With the standard hybrid,
Or it's a smart TV,
2025 Ford
so
Maverick.
you know he's good as long as it's got
What playful white creature
some
is sometimes
service,
called the canary of the sea?
which he just hotspots from
The
his
beluga
phone.
whale. It whistles, chirps, and squeals to communicate.
Yeah, he's definitely
It uses
happy to have his own
animal
truck,
inputs
for
to
sure.
navigate and find food. To learn more,
So he's happy to be on like, you know, he's making money when he's on the road, so
What you're gonna find? You gotta decide.
he's got to make money to pay for the truck, so he's happy to be working.
No way. That's why I'm here. The treasure hunt. I'm stepping into history on a time-traveling adventure to the
But he did say he's excited to get home on the weekend.
most dangerous place we've ever been.
I'm not going anywhere until I cross the finish line. Yeah!
Whoa! Jackpot, baby!
Derek Lalonde is our special guest analyst during the first round of the Stanley Cup. The panel is here. Last night, this is where the trouble began. Playoff overtime goals. Ottawa. 0. Yeah, I'm not saying. If the Easter Bunny has 0, I'm not saying. Giroux, Amadio,
he bought his own truck, yeah.
Overtime goals for Toronto.
Yeah.
Tavares 3 times.
He's an owner-operator now.
Lawton, Tanev, Riley, and Nyes each has 1 OT win.
And Messier has none.
Yeah,
Owner-operator.
That's a big thing on ESPN.
Yeah, I knew that. Wow.
Well, Jean Beliveau had 1. Lots of guys that are great.
Sometimes guys don't go to the net.
By the way, Darcy Kemper last night went 48 minutes without facing a shot.
Real time.
Yes, real time.
Wow.
How long do you think it was between shots for Ottawa that Anthony Stolarz had to sit cold?
That's a great
10K
question.
likes.
Say, 28.
I don't even know what we were at before.
What? 52. 16:56 of
I forget
game
what
time,
we were at
but
before we
actual
ended
time,
live.
52 minutes prior to that goal.
Wow. I would have been sleepy.
Yeah, it's been a couple of years now, eh?
Amazing,
Right? Yeah.
So let's look at the goal.
So let's do a recap.
Almost
First
4.
2 periods and a half, Ottawa dumps the puck in, F1 finishes every time. Does that soften up OEL, who's done a great job of breaking the puck out all playoffs? The Leafs have done a great job of breaking the puck out all playoffs. And then it comes down to a play with 5 minutes left. And you're going to see OEL's going to get this puck, and he's going to skate it to his partner. You're going to notice 1, 2, 3, 4 checkers right here. So once OEL skates this to the net, and his partner's in the corner, I call that skating to your partner. Now, he's not an option.
Yep.
Domi's right here, and Domi is kind of like reading to
Bro,
the
what's
side of the
up?
ice. So what the play really should be is bypass into the neutral zone to your winger, try to get the line, keep it safe. But no, he's going to reverse this to Domi, who's not there.
Thank you,
Jimmy
Colombo.
Stützle is going to be
Thank you
F3,
very
and he's going to jump
much.
that right there and create the turnover. He's just going to go a simple low to high, and it's going to be one of the few shots that got through, the first shot of the period that got through and tipped in. A great tip by Gaudette. But again, like, OEL maybe just doesn't need to do that play. Like, as a centerman, and
I'm tired.
That's the first mistake Toronto's made on the
Rain,
play.
thank you for the hand hearts.
Okay, so earlier in the game, there was
Thank
a play
you,
in
thank
which
you, Rain.
Toronto
Much
Maple Leafs
love.
and their fans thought that there was going to be a power play for the Leafs. And so we're going to see the follow-through. It was a play with Shabbat, and you're going to see that Marner's going to get clipped with the stick. And this is when everybody thought, oh boy, okay, power play. But the referees, Gord Dwyer and Pierre Lambert, properly called
No, I'm yawning. Sorry.
4-minute penalty, so
I'm tired.
it can be reviewed. Now, the question is, if he
I
doesn't
am
actually shoot the
tired.
puck, is there a follow-through? But the fact is that when Shabbat had the puck on his stick,
Who's winning?
his
It's
stick actually
tied
hit the
2-2.
skate
It's
of
going into
Nyes, and that's why he
overtime.
loses possession. So indeed, that is a follow-through, and there's
OT.
a right call. There is no penalty on the play.
So Rule 60.1, if you
Wendy,
if
thank you for the
read it,
camping.
There's nothing that says
Thank
have
you,
to
thank
touch the
you.
puck. As
Go
long
Leafs,
as
fuck
you're
yeah,
in-
Danny.
Is accidental contact.
Fuck yeah.
In a normal shooting motion, as long as you're not swinging your stick wildly,
Need no T1
that's okay.
here.
Because there were some people asking, do you have to touch the puck for it to count as a follow-through? No, you
like
don't.
the
That
camping
was a
one?
great call.
Consensus.
Is
here,
it one of the new
no
ones?
review on the goal either.
Offside, no. I wouldn't have challenged that 2-2 game and then
Tampa would have challenged it, but
2-2 game and risk the power play. No
Speaking of
chance.
why
No
is Tampa
Tampa had a tough challenge tonight. But usually they're really good.
breakouts for Toronto?
Yeah, I talked about in the pregame. They're vulnerable to turn the puck over on the breakout. They're 18th in the league and giving the opponents 4 chances for. And what's frustrating is they did an unbelievable job the whole game. Here's a 50-50. This puck needs to go out. They support it. It's out. It's just rinse and repeat. You got to keep getting the pucks out. Hence why Ottawa couldn't get anything going. They had no zone time. Out of the D zone again. Great job of protecting the middle ice. You need a puck right here. Great job of not getting anything through. They get back to their D zone, get the puck out again. Really simple. Puck out.
Alright, let's get OT started here. I'm fucking tired.
You eat times from the DNA of them all year long. That's why they've helped their league.
Oh, man.
Goalie handle. Great job on the forecheck. Goalie bypasses. Very similar to what you talked about.
Fair. That is fair. I gotcha.
And it's just deep.
I think it is one of the new ones, but I do like it
They did
too.
a really good job of getting the puck out. It's just really frustrating.
Mucho
Unfortunate.
gracias.
One time they did turn it over and end up in the back of the net.
4 shots in the third period, 52 minutes, the other shot. Stalock's been brilliant. Great tip by Gaudette, who used to be a Maple Leaf, came in the Ryan O'Reilly deal. People might remember a big moment for him. By the way, Ullmark
Yes.
So one thing with Allmark, if Ottawa wins this game, this is a huge comeback for him. After
I don't know if I'm going to make it much longer.
He had given up at least 2 goals in his
We
last
might do a
6
cooking live tomorrow
postseason
night.
periods. Like, he was struggling.
Might do a little
He
cooking live.
battled back tonight.
Especially in the third period.
Finally make that jalapeno
when-
popper
in
salad.
Game 1, he gave up 2 goals on 4 shots, the same as tonight, and you're wondering, boy, that's a lot mentally, and how is he going to react? So with the game really on the line, he came up huge in this third period. Like I said, he faced 9 shots, and I'm going to say he probably had 4 or 5 grade A by the Leafs. And so this is great news for the Senators and their fans. And he did promise he was going to be here. He really said that he had to, memory of a goldfish, and he came.
Bianca, have a great
By the
night.
way, that
Much
is a myth
love.
Because I researched it today.
How do you know?
I researched it today.
Nobody knows.
How are you?
What is a memory of a goldfish? It's
They
a good
say
one.
it's long. I don't know how you can
I
research
hope
that
it
on a
is.
goldfish.
I
but
do
that's what they
remember
say.
Adam Gaudette when he played for Vancouver. They had a behind the scenes, and he was on the bench telling a joke. He was asking one of his teammates, "What did the fish say when it ran into the wall?" I guess I don't know. Damn. How's that?
That's
I'm the
Into
grandfather.
the highlights,
I love that joke.
Football just rolls.
Let's
Yeah,
go to
that
the
is
highlights,
true.
down in Florida,
Please.
Tampa.
That is true.
Yeah, tied at 1. Carter Verhaeghe with a big hit on Eric Chernak. Let's have a look at this.
Oh, that's a huge hit. Holy
Doesn't it look like
fuck.
we're watching the Leafs versus Ottawa.
You got crushed.
Anyhow, Chernak did not return. Shortly thereafter, Matthew Tkachuk and Brandon Hagel get into a scrum. So Matthew Tkachuk comes back with a vengeance tonight. There's a lot of talk about whether he'd be in. Dmitry Kulikov sends one towards the net. Sam Reinhart will score to put them ahead 2-1. Now the Panthers pressing once more. Brad Marchand fires it on net. Nate Schmidt bangs home the loose puck. Goal was reviewed, but it was ruled a good goal. 3-1.
Are they telling
Now
fish
here's Matthew
jokes?
Tkachuk with
Yeah.
his pretty good goal. Reminded me of his
Yeah,
game
I'm-
1
yeah, I am.
the first game
Oui.
of the third round.
Oui.
Raleigh. Just so magic, those
I will
hands.
be.
A gamer, as Paul Maurice said back then. 4-1 at that stage. 5-2 now. The Florida Panthers stunning Tampa in their own building. As we know, Carolina won their game to go up 2-0 in their series. There's a game in Vegas tonight at 11 o'clock Eastern. But we've got overtime in the Battle of Ontario. Back to Chris Craig and Kyle on Hockey Night in Canada next.
Okay,
Oh
ladies.
my God, who did all these? These are great. Where'd you guys find these?
What the fuck is going on?
So in front of you, you put together a little photo album and then walk down
We're gonna call it a night here. We're gonna call it a night. I'm fucking.
Yeah, this is my first show.
I'm gassed. We will be back. I forgot I brushed my teeth in just 8 minutes. We'll be back tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. Alright. Gonna do a cooking live. Much love and thank you all for everything tonight. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your night. Sleep well. And as always, a good night. And love you. Bye. Ciao. Ciao, amigos. Ciao. Ciao.
Where'd you guys find these?
Can you tell us what each word is?